Good morning, everyone. We would like to welcome our graduates, families, and friends on what is a very special day for you, your Macquarie University graduation ceremony. Firstly, I would like to ask you all to please ensure that your mobile phone has been switched off. There are a couple of items I need to run through before the ceremony starts. Firstly, you're all welcome to take photographs during the ceremony. However, we do ask that you remain in your seats so that you do not impede the view of other guests. Under no circumstances should anyone stand in the centre aisle or approach the stage. Please note that this ceremony will be streamed live on the Macquarie University YouTube channel. Should we have a situation that requires us to evacuate the building, please follow the instructions of our security staff. There are 4 exits from the graduation hall, 1 in each corner of the building, 2 in the back corners, and 2 in the front. You will also find our safety information on the back page of your program. Plaques, frames, and photography services are available in the atrium building next to the refreshments marquee. If you have pre-ordered a frame or plaque, please make sure you collect it here today. In a moment, the Deputy Chancellor of Macquarie University, Ms. Elizabeth Crouch, accompanied by the academic procession, will enter the graduation hall. When the procession has arrived on the stage, Advance Australia Fair will be performed and you're invited to join in the singing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the academic procession.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and well foretold. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Mr. Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country.
Thank you. Putri Molinol Nalawa. Good morning and welcome to the lands of the Walla Medigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to thank the university for their acknowledgement of us and for the invitation to welcome you here this morning. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated, particularly by our elders. Education is highly valued in Aboriginal culture as well. Knowledge meant survival, and our elders are traditionally accorded great respect for their accumulated wisdom and experience. My family descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burrabrongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. As such, he enrolled his daughter, Maria, into the native institution, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie himself, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. She studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure a place for her and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them and became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name from. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today, and with good reason. For your progress progresses us all. Your advancement is our advancement. Now, that was perhaps more readily understood in traditional times when clan groups were smaller and abided by strict sharing laws. It meant that the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortunes were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community. And you, in turn, were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we get it right. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly did in many respects, and I use occasions like this to recommend them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 200 years ago, he described the people he encountered in Botany Bay as one of the happiest people he had met in the world. They had nothing, he wrote, but the tools that they carried. They were naked, they made shelters out of the bark of trees without cutting them down, and harvested food from the land without tilling the earth. In traditional times, everyone was accorded rights to the country or clan area where he or she was born into. So there was no homelessness, and no rich and poor either. Everyone had roughly the same amount of gear, what you can carry. There were no armies or jails or even police. We have no history of slavery or empire building. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, and then they were distributed according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained in their natural state. Rivers were clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they've done here for the past 20,000 years. Now remember, this is not an ideal or a dream. This was normal life. And there is no reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, a lot more of us now. But we're a clever people, and we can do this. So I would say to you, graduates, expect great things from your life. It's normally great. and do great things. You're clever people. Share your skills with the rest of us. Together we can put together a future worthy of our children. I'm sure of it. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine now by getting off and letting you good people graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of us and all the best in our collective futures. Well done. Thank you. Welcome to country.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to introduce the Deputy Chancellor of Macquarie University, Miss Elizabeth Crouch.
Thank you, Chris, for that very warm welcome to country. Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is my great privilege as Deputy Chancellor of Macquarie University to preside at this very important ceremony today. First, I welcome our graduates. I hope that this will be a very happy and memorable occasion for all of you. You deserve to take pride, great pride in your graduation today. Completing a degree is never easy. You need an intelligent and inquiring mind. You need determination and perseverance. You need to make many sacrifices. But that hard work has paid off, and I congratulate each of you on your achievements. Today, I also want to especially welcome those of you who are sitting beside and behind our graduates as their invited guests, because you've all done well too. The very fact that you are here, the fact that you've been invited by one of our graduates to share one of the great days of their lives is proof positive that you have been an important influence. So, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, cousins, sons and daughters, grandmothers and grandfathers, friends, husbands and wives, partners, boyfriends and girlfriends, congratulations and thank you for celebrating this great occasion with us. I have another important service for you to perform for our newest graduates. I want you to make sure that the degrees they receive today are never ever put in the bottom drawer, but are always proudly displayed in a position of prominence. In other words, if our newest graduates are too modest to proclaim their success, I want you to make sure you do it for them. The ceremony that we're about to participate in is one of the world's oldest social rituals. For centuries, graduates have been donning robes just like the ones our graduates are wearing today and participating in ceremonies just like this one. Indeed, there are some 50 universities in the world that can trace their history back more than 500 years. Not surprisingly, Macquarie, by comparison, is relatively young, celebrating our 50-year jubilee this year. We proudly take our name from Australia's greatest colonial governor, Governor Lachlan Macquarie, a man whose greatness and achievements were never acknowledged by his contemporaries, but only by history. We learned at school that Macquarie was a great builder, but his greatest legacy had nothing to do with bricks and mortar. Instead, it lies in his vision in establishing the egalitarian society and the Australian notion of a fair go for all. And it is that legacy that we here at Macquarie strive to maintain and honour. In our first 50 years, we've come a long way. We now have 150,000 graduates living in more than 140 countries. We're a very modern and outward-looking university. We are regarded as one of Australia's leading research universities, a reputation we're keen to enhance through the quality of our research, our courses and our facilities. We're always ready and eager to engage with the outside world. On your way here today, you may have seen the prestigious Macquarie University Hospital, which is used by students, professional and academic staff in our School of Advanced Medicine. We're proud to say that we are the only university in Australia with our own private hospital. You may also have seen our impressive library, which provides a 21st century learning and research environment, and which I might add for the kids here, has the only robotic book retrieval system in Australia. And more recently, our new Advanced Hearing Hub, which is a world-leading institute dedicated to advances in hearing, speech and language sciences. So it's clear we're forward-looking and we're on the move. However, some of the things that we value so much about Macquarie will not change. The friendliness of our staff and our students that all our visitors notice and comment upon. the egalitarian vision and values that are such an important part of our heritage, and of course our unique and beautiful park-like grounds that make this campus so enjoyable. These things will stay in your memory and remind you of your links with Macquarie, links we hope you will maintain through our alumni network. Remember, you will always be welcome. Here at Macquarie, we have a clear and straightforward mission, and that mission is to transform and improve people's lives, not just of our own students, but also of people all around the globe, by the work and achievement of our graduates and by the fruit of our research. We want Macquarie to always be a leader in teaching and learning and a leader in the accumulation of knowledge and understanding. In other words, an ideal community of scholars. And in just a few minutes, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of Macquarie University alumni. Thank you.
Deputy Chancellor, I call on Ms Carly Jonko, who's graduating today with a Doctor of Philosophy, with a degree of Masters of Clinical Psychology, and has also been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Academic Excellence, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Ms Jonko.
Deputy Chancellor, members of the University, fellow graduates and guests. When I was first asked to speak at this graduation ceremony, I felt humbled but nervous. As a good clinical psychologist and anxiety researcher, I promote the inherent value of facing our fears, so I felt compelled to accept this opportunity. As I stand here today, I'm honoured to speak on behalf of these intelligent-looking graduates. First and foremost, I would like to say congratulations to all the graduates sitting before me. Today is the culmination and recognition of years of determination and perseverance, and I hope that each and every one of you is proud of your achievements today. As I reflected on my own experience at Macquarie, it dawned on me that I've been here for 10 years in some kind of study or work capacity. I recalled attending my first orientation day, where I received my first parking ticket courtesy of the hardworking rangers at Macquarie. I recalled my excitement and my fears about finding my classes in the oddly numbered and lettered buildings, and I questioned whether I would enjoy my studies. Now, 10 years later, having completed my bachelor's, honours, master's and PhD degrees at Macquarie, along with working in many different research and clinical roles, I'm proud to have been here at Macquarie. In a few weeks, I'm moving to the US to start a postdoctoral research fellowship at the University of South Florida. And I was selected for, amongst other reasons, the reputation of the academics that I've worked with here at Macquarie. I was unsure what I could talk about today, but at the risk of this sounding like a lecture or a Logie acceptance speech, I thought that I would take this opportunity to share with you 4 of the lessons that I've learned in the last decade. Number 1, life is challenging, enjoy it. Each of us have overcome a variety of obstacles to get here. The severity of these challenges will vary greatly, but no doubt you've all faced them. Many of us have had to face the burdens of trawling every car park on campus to find an elusive car space after 11 o'clock, or experience pulling an all-nighter to compensate for our procrastination. Others have obviously faced more challenging issues, financially, emotionally and physically. Whatever the adversity you have faced, congratulations on the determination, resilience and hard work that it took to overcome these. Life will always have its challenges, and I hope that you continue to find a way to embrace this, learn about yourself and grow as a person. Number 2, be grateful for your education. For the last 10 years, I have been, for all intensive purposes, broke, but I'm grateful for my education. Most of us have been privileged in receiving some sort of financial support or fee subsidy to assist us with our degree, and the cuts to tertiary education will be deeply felt by those completing their degrees in the coming years. On a personal level, I've been very lucky to receive scholarships from Macquarie during my degrees, travel grants that have allowed me to present my research at conferences nationally and internationally, along with funding to visit research laboratories in the United States. And I'm unreservedly grateful to the university for these opportunities. Those who have not received this type of support have undoubtedly benefited in other ways, perhaps from the cheap drinks at the uni bar or the free Wi-Fi on campus. Although in the midst of deadlines and assignments, it's really hard to have this perspective. We are amongst those privileged enough to have been able to pursue further education, and we can be grateful for this opportunity. Number 3, surround yourself with amazing people. Most of us did not do this alone. To all the guests here today, I would like to thank you on behalf of the graduates. You have, in whatever large or small way, played a role in helping us complete our degree, and you're amazing. On a personal note, I'd like to thank my family and friends, as well as my amazing husband, for all you've done for me over these years. I'd also like to recognise my 2 PhD supervisors, who've inspired me with their determination, wisdom and humility. They've presented with me at conferences, danced terribly with me at conference dinners, published papers with me, and even today have come into uni on a Saturday to support me as I graduate. Their support personally and professionally has been invaluable. I'm sure that I'm not alone in my experience that finding the best way to get through a degree is by surrounding myself with incredible people, and I would like to thank all of you here on behalf of the graduates for being such amazing people and helping us get here today. Number 4, learning is awesome. As a naive 18-year-old, I imagined that I would complete my degrees and I would know pretty much everything that I needed to know. I left Macquarie after 10 years, knowing just how little I actually do know, and being very excited to continue learning for the rest of my life. I urge you all to continue to learn long after your time at Macquarie ends. Through whatever degree we've completed, we have learnt how to learn. Do not underestimate this privilege and this responsibility. The fact that childhood immunisation and global warming are still considered to be controversial topics is a clear sign that we must never stop learning and never stop being curious. So although our days of assignments, grades and dissertations may have come to an end, I hope that we all take that tenacity for learning forward with us in our lives and careers. I hope you share your ideas and knowledge with others while being just as critical of your own opinions as your lecturers, tutors and supervisors have been, because this will drive you to keep learning. And as I mentioned, learning is awesome. I would like to once again extend my personal congratulations to all of the graduates and my thanks to each of you in the audience, the academics and members of the university behind me, along with those who could not be here today, for the role you've played in our completion. Thank you.
Thank you, Carly, for that excellent speech, for sharing your journey at Macquarie with us. We wish you every success in the US and make sure you're not a stranger. Please join me again in thanking Carly for her speech. As Deputy Chancellor of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at ceremonies such as today's and conferring degrees and diplomas on those who have complied with the university's requirements for such awards. But before I do so, I've been told that if I do confer a degree or diploma upon you and it's incorrect, I can't take it back. So I have to make sure that all of you have been to every lecture, you've attended every tutorial, you've submitted every assignment, you've turned up to everything. Are you nodding? You're nodding, are you? Very good. Okay. So I'm now going to call on the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Students and Registrar, Ms Deirdre Anderson, to formally certify that you've done all those things. It's on her head if you haven't, mind you, and that you've met all the requirements you need for these awards. Ms Anderson.
Deputy Chancellor, I certify that all the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of Academic Senate for the degrees and diplomas they are to be awarded. I now ask all candidates for admission to degrees and diplomas to please stand.
In the name of the Macquarie University Council and by my authority as Deputy Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees and diplomas for which you have qualified. Please join me in giving them a round of applause.
Will you please be seated? Deputy Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Arts and the Faculty of Human Sciences. Students and staff in the Faculty of Arts work together within and across disciplinary boundaries to ask questions about socially complex problems, identify paths of research, analyse and communicate ideas in creative formats, and reflect on the skills and knowledge they will need to understand the world, past and present. Students are encouraged to use their skills and talents to connect with local and global communities. This faculty includes research and study areas in ancient history, anthropology, English, Indigenous studies, international studies, law, media, music, communication and cultural studies, modern history, politics and international relations, philosophy, sociology, and policing, intelligence and counter-terrorism. The Faculty of Human Sciences, on the other hand, teaches courses and conducts research about people, investigating the how and why. It is the home to a number of internationally recognised research centres, conducting groundbreaking research across disciplines in areas like cognitive science and early childhood education. Exciting opportunities exist for students and researchers alike. This faculty includes research and study areas in advanced medicine, education, linguistics, psychology, early childhood, cognitive science and health professions. Deputy Chancellor, I now call on Professor John Simons, the Executive Dean of the Faculty Arts, to present the graduates.
Deputy Chancellor, I present you to the graduates from the Faculty of Arts whom you have admitted to degrees or awarded diplomas. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Kavita Ayer, for a thesis entitled Measuring Worth, Articulations of Poverty and Identity in the Late Roman Republic. Dr. Waldo Fabian Garrido, for a thesis entitled Musica Artilotta, Examining Tradition and Transformation in World Music Production. Dr. Madeline Louise Hasty, for a thesis entitled Free to Air, a History of Sydney's Commercial Television Programming 1956 to 2012. Dr. Timothy Andrew Marsh, for a thesis entitled Empathy Modulation and Coalition Management, an Evolutionary Theory of Moral Judgment and Prejudice. Dr. Helen Joan Maynard, for a thesis entitled Pathways to Justice for Mental Health Consumers in the Pacific, from Straitjackets to Social Inclusion. Dr. Kirstin Ann Mills, for a thesis entitled Imagined Worlds, the Role of Dream, Space and the Supernatural in the Evolution of Victorian Fantasy. Dr. Julian Michel Augereau, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for a thesis entitled Paul's Koinonia with the Philippians, a socio-historical investigation of a Pauline economic partnership. Dr. Hilary Roseman, for a thesis entitled Generating Forgiveness and Constructing Peace Through Truthful Dialogue, Abrahamic Perspectives. Dr. Julia Scott Stevenson for a thesis entitled Giving Time, a web documentary and its role in social engagement and participation. Dr. Shin Min Seok for a thesis entitled A Historical Re-examination of the Persecution of 303 to 313. Dr. Kathleen Marcia Steele for a thesis entitled Splendid Failures, The Wanderer in Patrick White's Voss and Radolf Stowe's To the Islands and the September Sisters. Dr. Gil Marvell Piano Tabukanon for a thesis entitled Environmental Migration in the Pacific, Resettlement and Legal Frameworks for Protection. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of International Relations with the Master of International Trade and Commerce Law, Jinmeng Zhang. Elizabeth Grace Lenton. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Arts, Lara Kim Horsted. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of International Relations, Raphael Geraghty. Nopasri Somrang. I present graduates submitted to the degree of Master of International Trade and Commerce Law, Liu Yang. Liu Zhong. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Policy and Applied Social Research, Win Shek Adrian Lui, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Academic Excellence. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Politics and Public Policy, Zoe Arnold. I present the diplomate awarded the Postgraduate Diploma of International Relations, Okes Kagri Kanguchu. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology with the Bachelor of Laws with Honours, Andrew Huyen Wong. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the Bachelor of Laws with Honours, Mankirat Man. Jeremy Roy Webster. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Marketing with the Bachelor of Laws with Honours, Marlon Si Hao Shu. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Laws with First Class Honours, Maxine Minter. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Laws with Honours, Eloise Pamela Hawkins. Christopher Ralph Hewitt. Timothy James Story. Michelle Tsuchen Yu. I present the graduate admitted to the honours degree of Bachelor of Ancient History with First Class Honours, Amy Camille Butchek. I present the graduate admitted to the honours degree of Bachelor of Arts with First Class Honours, Angela Margaret Pavlovich. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Laws with the Bachelor of Arts with the Bachelor of Laws, Monique Azzopardi. Daniel Grippy. Hera Christine Kim. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the Bachelor of Laws, Ri Chi. Jennifer Ka-Ye Chun. Zohar Khan. Melissa. Melissa Tran Nguyen. Sibel Honor. Amy Vo. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Management with the Bachelor of Laws, Emma Alexandra Rooney. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of International Studies with the Bachelor of Laws, Michaela Vincentia Sunaso. James True. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Media with the Bachelor of Laws, Karun Shahani. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Ancient History, Sonia Lee. Sam Savas-Bazoglu. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Gregory Richard Bray. Gareth Michael Bussey. Yuen Yi Chan. Madeline Kathleen Chatfield. Yuri Choi. Adrian Mark Cordina. Andrew Philip Gonzalez. James. James Haynes. Fiona Bernadette Hills. Stephanie Ann Hunter. Cindy Iskandar. Emeka Elizabeth Jones. Haiwon Yung. Edward Timothy Knowles. Natasha Langley. Alexander George Leon. Howard Liu. Luong Phuong Loan. Tessa Morano. Lara Margaret Fielding McGurr. Hannah McNicholas. Jeremy Needham. Vivienne Hilliard Saylor. Suzanne Jennifer Rademacher. Carl Eric Roman Miller. Fan Chi Shen. Christy Tanus. Kirsty Waite. Mina Zaki. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Media, Gabriella Mia Del Pozzo. Connor Patrick Doyle. Adam William Hendry. Joshua Macquarie. Alexandra Erica McCarthy. Kristen Elise Phillips. Danielle Kate Pogson. I present graduates submitted to the degree of Bachelor of International Studies, John James Borman. Zacharias Martin de Rose. Lisa Inglis. Joshua? Yeah. Joshua Thompson. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Lauren Campbell Ashworth. Nicholas Chasebury. Troy Nicholson. Ibasi Imoli Ohide. Sajiwani Senanayaka. Deputy Chancellor, on behalf of the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Human Sciences, I present graduates and diplomates whom you have admitted to degrees or awarded diplomas. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with the Master of Clinical Psychology, Dr. Carly Jan Jonko, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for a thesis entitled Learning Cognitive Restructuring in Later Life, the Role of Cognitive Flexibility on Cognitive Restructuring Skill Acquisition in Older Adults with Anxiety and Depression. Dr. Belinda Robin Bowman for a thesis entitled Inhibitory Signalling in the Autonomic Control of Cardiovascular, Respiratory and Metabolic Function. Dr. Jennifer Buckingham for a thesis entitled Literacy and Social Disadvantage, an evaluation of research-based literacy interventions for low progress readers in a school with high levels of socio-economic disadvantage. Dr. Sarah Farida Hassan for a thesis entitled Prefrontal Cortex Control of Cardiorespiratory and Thermoregulatory Function, Implications in Methamphetamine Addiction and Mental Health Disorders. Dr. J. Michael Spence for a thesis entitled The Acceptability and Evaluation of Internet-Delivered Treatments for Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder. Dr. Johnny Ho Yin Wong for a thesis entitled Post-Traumatic Syringomyelia, Investigations into Pathophysiology. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Doctor of Organisational Psychology, Dr. Penelope Ann Foray. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Doctor of Psychology, Organisational Psychology, Dr. Jeffrey Edward Brown, for a thesis entitled Stakeholder Perceptions of Selection, Analysis of Applicants and Stakeholders' Perceptions of Methods Used to Select Medical Students in Undergraduate Medical Education. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Advanced Surgery, Shaulatsua bin Ahmad. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Applied Linguistics, TESOL, Andrew John Lobb. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Clinical Neuropsychology, Lucienne Isabel Barhon, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Academic Excellence. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Education, Cassandra Nicole Jane Beasley. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Educational Leadership, Kelly Clarson. Emily Ann Shanahan. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Educational Leadership, School Education, Craig John Robson. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Higher Education, Lois McCullough, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Academic Excellence. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Social Health and Counselling, Gail Bernice Hartley. Joanne Elizabeth Campbell MacDonald. Karen Joy Nugent. Faye Carolyn Ryan, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Academic Excellence. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Special Education, Ping Shu. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Surgery, Shinu Liu. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Teaching, birth to 5 years, Gabriela Mariana Fernandez Paredes. I present the diplomate awarded the postgraduate diploma of professional psychology, Natalie Ada Pascual. I present diplomates awarded the postgraduate diploma of social health and counselling, Cara Ann Hewitt. Carolyn Jane Ryan. Miriam Mary Wassef. I present the diplomate awarded the graduate diploma in education, Katrina Isabel Kazuno. I present diplomates awarded the graduate diploma of early childhood teaching, Tatjana Sadgevne Olsinger. Catherine Lynn Williamson. I present the diplomate awarded the graduate diploma of education, Ashley Louise Bendel. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the Bachelor of Commerce, Monica Manansala. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the Bachelor of Education Primary, Louise Gay Anthony. Fatma Zara Boyachi. Lauren Alice Bunnell. Lauren Marie Burke. Nicole Sarah Degenars. Natalie Denali. Amy Ferrabetta. Linda Susan Go. Anna Helen Monteith. Claire Veronica Paley. Matthew Piggott. Martina Pinsky. Esra Smurdon. Philip Christopher Swaysland. Adriana Toto. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Psychology, with the Bachelor of Health, Helen Doughty. Danielle Francis Portelli. Melissa Kate Saxton. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration with the Bachelor of Arts Psychology, Eddie Fung Yung Chan. Melissa Ashley Cripps. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with a Diploma of Education, Emma Kate Coco. Nicholas Dimmers. Elizabeth Jane Feeney. Matthew Hall. Sabine Jabour. Susie Ligier Megan. Nikesha Ray Mills. Emma Louise Parks. Bonnie Ruth Peake. Alicia Quinn. Douglas Allen Radcliffe. Jessica Tina Richard. Rayama Said. Michelle Jane Selden. Heather Christina Svensson. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology with the Diploma of Education, Omar Danishia. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science with the Diploma of Education, Leah Michelle Bustani. Matthew Sean Carey. Liam Thomas Sharp. Belinda John Stevens. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology, Leila Yolanta Actas. Rubaya Yasmin Chowdhury. Mary Patricia Coleman. Rebecca Davey. Sophia Jessie Galvin. Jessica Eloise Marr. Aileen Narayan. Anne Lam Dai Trang Nguyen. Michelle May Richards. Hassel Rodriguez Nava. Gurpreet Singh. Corina Smith. Danielle Steinberg. Olivia Grace Stevenson. I present graduates admitted to degree of Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood Education, Birth to 12, Sophie Elizabeth Craig. Ingrid Elise Gilhome. Megan Alice Montgomery, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Academic Excellence. Marmarin Secondari. Okay. Thank you. Marmarin Secondari. Kelly? Kelly Whitefield. Joshua. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Education Primary, Joshua Francis Hegarty Hung. Heather Joy Rasker. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science Psychology, Daniel Bishara. Jackie? Jackie Chu. Alyssa King. Brian Chun Yin Law. Dana Olivieri. Andrea Soteriou. James Robert Stewart Moore. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Speech and Hearing Sciences, Samantha Davies. Vanessa Simone Legg. Catherine Phuong Can Lean. Mina T. Nguyen. Katrina Olivero. Natalie Sard. Johanna Spoljaric. Nivasini Subramanian. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Teaching, birth to 5 years, Laura Kate Vines. Deputy Chancellor, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Arts and from the Faculty of Human Sciences.
Sì, lo so che non c'è luce in una stanza quando ne manca il sole. Se non ci sei tu con me, su le finestre mostra a tutti il mio cuore che hai acceso, chiudi dentro me la luce che hai incontrato per strada. Time to say goodbye. Così che io l'amai, non so se lo più. Adesso sì vivrò con te, partirò su navi per mari che io lo so, non so se lo più. Quando sei lontana sorriso e mancano le parole. Io sono, tu sei qui con me, tu mia luna, tu sei qui con me. Io sono, tu sei qui con me, con me, con me, con me. Time to say goodbye. Così che io l'amai, non so se lo più. Adesso sì vivrò con te, partirò su navi per mari che io lo so, non so se lo più. It's time to say goodbye. Poesi che io l'amai, non so se lo più. Adesso sì vivrò con te, partirò su navi per mari che io lo so, non so se lo più.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think you'll join me in expressing our appreciation again to the wonderful Angela Brewer for that superb performance. Please also join me in thanking our musicians, organist Dr. James Forsyth, and our trumpeter, Mr. David Pye. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the representatives of our alumni community, many of whom have come here today to help you celebrate this important occasion. Our alumni do such a wonderful job for us, volunteering their time to ensure that this graduation proceeds very smoothly, and they are a great source of support for us. So thank you very much to our alumni community. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Associate Professor Tim Hannon. Tim is the current President of the Australian Psychological Society, which is the largest professional association for psychologists in Australia, representing over 21,000 members. After graduating here from Macquarie with a postgraduate degree in clinical neuropsychology, Tim worked at the Children's Hospital at Westmead for a decade, with children who had sustained serious injuries in motor vehicle accidents or other traumatic events. Tim is currently Associate Professor of Clinical Psychology in the School of Psychology at Charles Sturt University, where he teaches in the areas of clinical psychology, neuropsychology and forensic psychology. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to welcome Associate Professor Tim Hannon.
Deputy Chancellor, members of the faculty, staff, distinguished guests, graduates and all the families and friends. I very much appreciate the honour of speaking to you today. It's almost 20 years to the day since I sat in this place after completing my own studies at Macquarie. And it's an absolute delight to be able to return to offer my thoughts on the journey ahead of you. May I start by offering you all my sincere congratulations on your achievement, as well as on your decision to study at Macquarie. You have made a very wise choice. Your Macquarie degree will open up a world of opportunity for you. Your degree provides you with the knowledge, skills and attributes that are highly valued by the community, and these will serve you well in fields as diverse as education, health, business, research, professional practice and community service, as well as many others. For me, looking back, my Macquarie degree kick-started an immensely satisfying career, with opportunities arising in diverse fields of employment and practice. Now, I elected to study psychology. It was a choice motivated by an interest in working with children with emotional problems. And I was fortunate to work at each of Sydney's major children's hospitals, including the Children's Hospital at Westmead. An interest in the measurement of cognitive and language abilities, which was triggered by my studies at Macquarie and the then School of Psychology and Linguistics, provided the opening for me to develop the skills to work as an expert witness for the courts on various forensic psychology matters, such as compensation following injuries and criminal responsibility cases. I subsequently served as the research director on a large project for a national corporation, which provided the opportunity to travel around the country and work with psychologists and speech pathologists from Cairns to Albany and from Darwin to Devonport. And then some 10 years after leaving Macquarie, I decided to move into the field of sports psychology. Now, my wife, who is also a psychologist, a clinical psychologist, and was able to determine the motives underlying my behaviour, seeing this as a sneaky way of ensuring regular opportunities to watch sport on the weekend, did comment on this, but despite that hurdle, I've enjoyed working as a sports psychologist with many elite athletes and sporting teams, from the Olympic level to the park level, as a consultant for the New South Wales Institute of Sport and with various professional teams. I did learn a great deal about the linguistic skills and mating habits of professional rugby league players, which can probably best be described as making the Game of Thrones look like the Brady Bunch. Most of the last 10 years have been spent teaching psychology at the postgraduate level, and More recently, I have been honoured by the opportunity to take on the role of President of the Australian Psychological Society, and thereby to represent the discipline and profession of psychology to public and private organisations and individuals in Australia and overseas. Now, each of these opportunities has provided the chance to work with people with various needs, desires and interests, and more generally to strive to make a difference to other people's lives. I suspect for many of you, that was the motivation that brought you into your studies in the first place. So now, my elder daughter, currently in Year 12, is planning her undergraduate studies in psychology and ancient history, and has selected Macquarie as her preferred destination. And as I attempt to provide her with fatherly advice, I'm struck by the fact that much has changed at Macquarie over the last 20 years. Even though some of the building numbers are the same, there's an awful lot more buildings than there was when I was here. The number of students has increased dramatically. The number of social and sporting clubs. Even my favourite watering hole, El Rancho, has changed its name. Through all this, there's something that has remained the same, and that is that a Macquarie degree is founded on principles of scholarship, integrity and values. This is reflected in the work of our graduates in many and diverse fields, as well as in relation to addressing social and community issues. Now, I speak to you as a psychologist, and I believe that for psychologists, our engagement with social issues is not merely a reflection of any personal or political views. Rather, it's a matter which touches upon the core values of our profession. The Australian Psychological Society's Code of Ethics is founded on 3 ethical principles: respect for the rights and dignity of people and peoples, propriety, and integrity. The Code affirms that psychologists regard people as intrinsically valuable, and we respect their rights, including the rights to autonomy and justice. We respect the dignity of all peoples. And this claim is echoed by the ethical codes of other Australian and international psychology associations, as well as the codes of ethics of many other professions, which similarly invoke respect for human rights, dignity and human worth. Now, this principle presents a challenge to us all to consider how we demonstrate respect for others, not just for psychologists, respect for our clients, but for our colleagues, our fellow students, our business partners, our families, and our acquaintances. I believe that principles such as this invite us to reflect on whether the respect for persons that we should be obliged to demonstrate in our professional roles is demonstrated in our personal, non-professional roles. Respect for others must inform our views about current critical social issues, such as the debates concerning limits to free speech, the just treatment of asylum seekers, environmental sustainability, and equity of access to education. In closing, I believe that it is customary for the graduation speaker to offer some sage words of advice. And as I think about what sort of fatherly advice I could pass on to my daughter, I can do no better than to reflect on something my father once said to me. He was a Spitfire pilot during the Second World War. And on one occasion, when his plane was shot down over the Mediterranean, he spent a day or so in a small lifeboat until rescued by an Allied warship. And he told me more than once that he learned 2 things that day. The first was that no one should ever get into a plane without packing their cigarettes and matches. Now, I haven't followed that advice, but it did lead to Australian pilots throughout Europe and North Africa sewing cigarettes and matches into their flying jackets, just in case they should suffer the unthinkable pain of being trapped in a lifeboat without a smoke. My father's second lesson was that life is brief, and we may have little time to make sure that we leave the world a better place for our having been in it. I'd encourage you all to use the skills and knowledge that you have acquired through your Macquarie studies to strive to make a difference to your world. I'm very proud to be, like you, a Macquarie graduate, and I'm grateful for the opportunities that have arisen. I hope that your careers also bring you great pleasure and satisfaction, and I congratulate you all on your achievement. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim, for being with us today, for reminding us of the importance of value and respect, for sharing your life journey, and also for being such a wonderful ambassador for this university. Please join me again in thanking Associate Professor Tim. Graduates, this ceremony marks the end of end of one stage of your relationship with Macquarie, but it's certainly not the end of your association with us. From today on, and for the rest of your lives, you are part of the bigger Macquarie family, our alumni, and part of a network of over 150,000 Macquarie graduates spanning the globe. We will keep in touch with you through our Alumni Relations Office and hope that you will come back here to undertake more study or to simply visit this beautiful campus. Graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I urge you to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong inquiry and lifelong learning, to set ambitious goals for yourselves and to continue the hard work that has already brought you so far. I challenge you to continue to exercise sound judgment and initiative and to always be generous in offering practical advice and wisdom to those you meet on life's journey. My hope is that as graduates of Macquarie University, you will use what you have learned not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of the community. Believe it or not, you, each and every one of you, can change the world. And you don't have to be a Nobel Prize winner to do it. Because in almost everything you do, in your homes, in your workplaces, and in your communities, those things matter and can make a huge difference. The consequences of every effort, every action, large or small, can reverberate throughout society, throughout the decades, indeed the centuries. Even something as simple as a kind word or gesture can often be that spark that ignites a great life, a great career, or a great achievement. And in all you do, I encourage you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. I hope that you will also always remember the people who have helped you along the way, many of whom are here with you today. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them for it, I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things. First, I'd like all our new graduates to please stand. Now I'd like you to place your testamers on the seats, turn around, face your family and friends, and I invite you to give them a hearty round of applause. Now you can turn around, but I don't want you to sit down yet. Here on the dais are representatives of our academic staff, many of whom have supported you throughout your journey. Please join me in thanking them. Please be seated. Now shortly I'll lead the official party out, and it will be my great honour to invite all of you, our newest graduates and their family and friends, to join us for refreshments overlooking the lake. But before I do so, I'd like to wish you the very best for your futures and conclude with the words of an old Irish blessing. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Thank you.
The official party will now leave the graduation hall through the centre aisle and will be followed by the graduates. Would you please now stand and remain standing until the last graduate has been processed out?